Hi, Rep Bayless with the Processing Point here. Welcome back. Today we're going to take a look at whether or not PayPal is the right fit for your online credit card processing needs. So where I'd like to start is simply with, what is PayPal? Well, PayPal is essentially a middleman that enables both businesses and individuals to accept credit card payments online for a fee. Now, they're able to do this for both individuals and businesses because they're actually a privately held company and not a bank. So they don't have to adhere to the FDIC regulations. Now, why do people like using PayPal? Well, first reason is, obviously PayPal is one of the most recognizable payment collection methods online. They have a great name, everybody recognizes it. The second reason is, it's incredibly easy to set up an account. With just a few keystrokes, you can be up and running and accept payments online for either personal use or for business use. Third, no credit check. Like I mentioned before, since they don't have to adhere to FDIC regulation, they make up their own rules and regulations, and they do not require a credit check to accept payments online. And finally, if you want to sell anything on eBay, it's almost an absolute necessity to have a PayPal account because they are under the same ownership umbrella, so PayPal is the preferred method on eBay. So what does PayPal charge? Let's take a quick look at their basic level of service fees. So here we have PayPal's fee schedule for a basic service level account. And they have it broken down by how much dollar volume you do per month in transactions. So the top level here is $0 to $3,000 a month. You can expect to pay 2.9% and 30 cents per transaction. If you do between $3,000 and $10,000, you can expect to pay 2.5% and 30 cents per transaction. And then of course, if you do $10,000 or more a month, your rate will be 2.2% and your per transaction fee is once again 30 cents. Now, if you're a business owner and you need either more functionality out of your credit card services, or if you need less restrictions on your cash flow, you'll have to upgrade your PayPal account, which will increase these fees, and also add on some fairly significant monthly fees, depending on what service you take. So it is noteworthy to understand that most competitive merchant service providers can actually provide you not only the functionality to process credit cards online, but all the tools that you need to do so at an average rate of about 2.3% overall. So 2.3% would include any monthly fees, any transaction fees, along with your rate. So before you can make an informed decision as to whether or not PayPal is a method that you'd like to integrate with your website, we should take a look at some of the downsides that other merchants have had with their accounts. So here we have a list of the top 5 most common complaints PayPal account holders have with PayPal's service. Now the first one, chargebacks. What that has to do with is PayPal's policy on chargebacks or customer disputes. When a customer purchases something through your PayPal account, the funds that come off their card are actually funded to PayPal and not directly to you, which means that PayPal has control of that money. Now in the event of a customer dispute or a chargeback, PayPal has the right to freeze any and all funds that are in your PayPal account. And those funds are frozen until the dispute or chargeback is resolved. Now, this practice has actually led to a long, ongoing class action lawsuit, which is still going on today, because some merchants and consumers have been fighting with PayPal for years to get their funds released back to them. Now, number 2, service. This is the number 2 most common complaint, is that PayPal service is impolite and incredibly slow. Number 3, security, actually is from the consumer's point of view. Now, there is no other payment collector out there who has more scams under its name or has been hacked more often than PayPal, so some consumers are very leery of using PayPal's pay service. Number 4, buyer protection. PayPal has a very strict buyer protection policy, which means that they don't always have their sellers' best interests in mind. And number 5, FDIC. Since they're not a bank, they're not supported by or under the regulation of the FDIC. And a lot of merchants are kind of leery of running their funds through any entity that is not supported by the FDIC. So what does this all mean to you, and should you use PayPal's service? Let's take a look. So is PayPal the right solution for your merchant service needs online? So is PayPal the right solution for your credit card processing needs online? Well, here's my opinion. The whole point of any e-commerce website is to maximize the number of conversions from people simply viewing your site and turning those people into customers purchasing from your site. Now, you offer credit card processing or credit card payments as an option to them to entice them into an easy sale and hopefully get them to spend a little more money than they would have normally. Now, both PayPal and traditional merchant service providers accomplish these goals, but it is my opinion that you should definitely integrate the higher service levels and the vast number of products that a reputable merchant service provider could provide you. However, you need to couple that right next to a PayPal solution as well. Now, you may find that 99% of your consumers opt to use the traditional merchant service payment method and only 1% go to your PayPal option. However, what you've done is cast a wider net and guaranteed yourself that you have not lost any sales by not offering consumers their preferred payment method. This has been Rhett Bayless with The Processing Point. I look forward to seeing you next time. In the meantime, remember to hop on over to the Merchant Doctor on Facebook and give us a like so that you can be a part of the Merchant Doctor revolution. And leave your comments and questions below so that you can be a part of the discussion.